Hi there, this is Darren with SimNation. Just doing a quick recap video for WWPF. We just have completed week 16 on Sunday. The playoff picture is relatively clear now. I think that there's a couple cases where the seeding may not be clear, but generally we know who's going to make the playoffs. Although there's still some uncertainty on the last playoff berth in the NFC. So we'll dive right into that here. So let's go to standings. So Pittsburgh, if we start with the AFC, Pittsburgh will be the 1 seed, Oakland will be the 2 seed. No matter what happens with Peter, he's the 2 seed because he beat New England in head-to-head. New England will be 3, Tennessee will be 4. And now what's at stake is Baltimore needs to win their last game of the season, and they play Oakland. Not likely going to happen. Which, if they lose that game, if they win it, they are the 5th seed. If they lose it, they're the 6th seed. So what they're playing for right now is whether or not they're going to play Tennessee or New England. If they win, then they get Tennessee. If they lose, then they get New England. And of course, the Jets would much rather play probably Tennessee than New England. Um, so largely, it's all squared away. We know who the teams are. It's just we're waiting to see who's going to be the 5th and the 6th seed. On the flip side is a visible witness, where Carolina is the 1 seed, Brian with Detroit is the 2 seed, Barry with LA is the 3 seed, and then Dallas with Templar is the 4 seed. The 5th seed is Atlanta, which is Kevin. And now we're waiting to see, generally, is it going to be Tampa Bay or Seattle? Um, so if Seattle were to lose and Tampa Bay were to win, then what would happen is Tampa Bay would get in based on the conference record. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. If I remember correctly, Tampa Bay is playing Atlanta, which that will be an interesting one to watch. I think Kevin's probably going to be sitting a lot of people to try not get his team hurt. Versus Spoof with Seattle, I think, is playing New York, where he's probably not going to be sitting his people at all. So it'll be interesting to see which one comes out. And I know if you are Dallas or LA, LA probably doesn't want Seattle to be the last seed because then they get them again. Um, uh, but I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. San Francisco, I think, has an outside shot at it, but it's a long shot at that. I don't think that they're going to make the playoffs. Just looking at who the league leaders are, and this will be controversy as always, is Crutcher's having a great season. There's a case for Adam Johnson to be considered for MVP. You don't see Denham on here because he got hurt about a week or two ago, and that kind of slowed him down. But Crutchell continues to have great stats. Adam Johnson is having a great year with Oakland, and as you can see, they're both really playing lights out. Um, when you look at rushing, Nathan Ford is going to win the rushing title. Jeremy Garcia should be second. Alan Blankenship's having a great season for Kyle at Tampa Bay. And then, of course, you have Lackey and Charles Boudreau pulling up. Lackey, of course, missed some games because he was hurt. But Ford just continues to kind of put his stamp on the league. Garcia, I think his sophomore season, is having a great season as well. No shock here with who you see up at the top here with CJ Kelly and Adrian Torres. Um, DP generally has the top 2 wide receivers, or 2 of the 3 top wide receivers. Eric Herrera's had a really good season for Shark at New England. Definitely not anything that he would be ashamed of. Sack wise, Sousa is starting to break away. He's been really hot here of late. Ricks, ironically, is a backup, so he's having a good season too. And then Foy is just having a really good season for Philadelphia. If you're interested in joining the league, Philadelphia is a great team to take. And then, of course, you have Wesley and Watley who are pulling up right after that. Interception wise, no real breakaways here. Uh, Tennessee is having a with Amos Bennett, he's having a really good season as well. If I remember correctly, Tennessee's Bama. And then Arizona is a CPU team, and then got Jose Mayo, who generally does really good for Barry. Jacksonville's also a CPU team, so is Indianapolis. So all in all, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Next week is going to be interesting because you have some of the top teams who are likely not going to be playing their starters. Like Pittsburgh likely won't play their starters in their game against San Francisco, mostly just because they already lost Pierce in the Oakland game. Uh, I think Kevin's already said he's not going to put his starters in against in his game either because he doesn't want to risk anyone getting hurt. I don't think Invisible is going to play his backups. He normally doesn't. But I think some of these races will be interesting to see with just people trying not to get hurt going into the playoffs. Um, so that's it for now. The next time I do a video, we should be in the wild card round, and it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. And of course, Oakland is the defending champion, so probably like a few times over defending champion. So we'll see if anybody can unseat them. Right now, Carolina definitely looks like they're in the driver's seat for the NFC. And then really the AFC, if you had to guess it right now, would be probably a battle between Oakland, Pittsburgh, and New England. Um, New York Jets, I would probably put in there, but with Denham hurt, that just changes a lot of dynamic. So hope you like this video, and if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to join us, the link's in the video. We'd love to have you. We do have some good teams open. Thanks. Bye.